Hi, welcome to Changing Steps with me, Belinda. Today you're going to meet some of our teen moms that are in our Teen Mom program, and you're going to hear the struggles that they go through on a daily basis, so you don't want to miss this. So stay tuned, don't go away. I liked Marcia when I met her, and she's an awesome counselor. She knows how to go out and get the girls. She knows how to talk with them, and she's been with me for about 5 years now. It's been because your certification, a long time. She's been here quite a while, and all the girls like her. She talks to them the way they need to be talked. She knows how to be their sister, their friend, their mother. She's stern with them, and then she could be nice with them.
As far as the young ladies, we're giving them outreach. We're giving them information, whereas I can go and help them find housing, help them with their schooling. I go to the pregnancy schools. We deal with a lot of the young ladies that are from 11 to maybe 24.
And now you're going to hear from Paulina and what it is to be a teen mom and be able to try to go to school, try to find a job, try to keep in a place to live with your son and being so young doing it.
My name is Paulina. I'm 18 years old and I'm a teen mom. My father passed away when I was 5, and at that time I was in a foster home, so I don't really like have so many memories of him. I didn't really have a relationship with my mother. I don't know, I guess she was just always so distant because she had her own problems. And like I had an older sister, so I would basically she was my mother figure. She would watch all of us, and I don't know, I would just talk to her like as a mother and a sister. But like around that time she was like 13, 14 years old, like trying to raise all of us. I remember we would play like house, and then like I had a baby brother, and I'll just pretend like I was the mom and then she was the dad, and then we'd just like make food. I don't know, we'd just like make us forget what was like going on around us. And I don't know, she'll just like take us to school and like basically like act like if she was our mom. I don't really remember, but I was the youngest of the girls, and I had a younger brother. He was a baby at that time, and everybody else was just older. I was a tomboy up until I entered like high school. So it was like throughout my whole elementary and middle school years. I was that troublemaker, little daredevil. Like I would always want to hang out with the guys. Like I wasn't that average like girly girl. I just wanted to be up and about, just doing something. I don't know, I would always just play with the boys, and they would like dare me to go in back of the ice cream truck while it would like speed up. And I'll just be right there, and they're like, get off, jump off, and I'll just jump off while it's just like speeding up. But I don't know, it was just fun to me for some reason. I was 4 years old when I entered the foster care system. At that time, I didn't know what was going on. Like, I had no idea why I was placed right there. Like, and the people who were like raising me, I didn't know who they were. So I was like, well, basically they were strangers. And it's like, but they were so nice, and it's like, I don't know how to react to that. It's like, I never really had people treat me like with kindness, treat me like they loved me. So I just felt weird, like I didn't know how to react to that. So every time they would like treat me like with kindness, and they would try to like act like they did show love towards me, I would just like ignore it and just be bad, because that's just how I knew how to react to it. When I was younger, I used to run away all the time. I would just be out. I was involved in drugs, I was drinking, I was just hanging out with the wrong people. I thought bad was just not caring, like just caring about yourself, doing what you gotta do for yourself, so you could look out for you and yours. And it's like, just don't care about nobody else, but just feeding yourself and your family. I started doing drugs and drinking when I was 13 years old. And I stopped when I got pregnant, once I figured out I was pregnant. While I was in the streets, I don't know, I just felt free. I felt like this is my family now. Like they looked out for me and I looked out for them. And it's like, I don't know, they just looked out for me. Like, I didn't want to be at home. Like, I didn't want to deal with, like, their nonsense, like, what was going on right there. So I was just on my own with my new family, which was my street family. I don't really talk to them. I haven't seen them in years now. I don't know, they just went on their own way. Like, I wasn't about that life no more. Like, I wanted to get myself straightened out. I don't know, I just left that behind. I went to the doctors because I had to do like a probation checkup, like a drug testing, and they just told me I was pregnant. I was like, just give me a pregnancy test, because I had like that gut feeling that I was, but I was like in denial. I was like, I'm not pregnant, but I'm just gonna check it out. It was 2 weeks before my 17th birthday, so I was 16 years old.
We'll be right back with Changing Steps with Belinda. If you're going through any kind of substance abuse problem, or anyone in your family, or anyone that you know, please seek help. Seek some kind of counseling. There are numbers on the screen that you can call to get help. And God bless.
My name is Denisha. I'm 19 and I am a teen mom. Her name is Yvonne. She'll be 1. She's a handful, but she's outgoing, loving, caring. She can be mean at times, but it's my baby. She has her own personality. When I was pregnant with her, I wasn't really sure if I was ready, but when she came, all of that changed. I don't know, some teen moms, they take being a parent as a joke, and I don't. My daughter comes first in everything that I do. My mom, when I was younger, our relationship was, to me, it was good. But as I got older, we kind of distanced ourselves from each other. I don't have a close relationship with my mom, like I won't. When I was a kid, I was kind of like tomboyish. I like to play sports, hang with like little boys sometimes. But when it was, about my schoolwork, it was school. But yeah, I think I was a good kid. I honestly think I was a good kid. For real. I stopped being a tomboy and started dating probably around, middle school. Having a part-time mom and then having no dad was kind of like hard to grasp. My grandma, so much to say. I love her so much. I don't know, it's a lot to say. I love her so much, like words don't even explain how much I love that woman. My grandma, she has certain ways of going about things, and then I have my own way. So yeah, I'm different from her. She doesn't criticize. She listens. She loves. We actually went out. I took her out to eat. That was one of them. And we just talked, laughed. That's about it. What's made me strong is accepting the fact that me and my mom were never going to be close. My dad, he's been like in and out of prison, so I don't even have a relationship with him. I felt like, that's made me strong.
I was a teen mom, and I had support because I had my mom, and my daughter's father, when she was little, was there, so I didn't have to worry about it. But when one of my daughter have kids, out of all 6 of them, only one, and she was 15 when she had her first daughter, and I took her because she wasn't ready to be a mother. And a lot of these teens, they have babies, but their mom is not in their life like I was in my daughter's life. A lot of these mothers, they won't even take care of their kids. It's like you had it, you laid up there, did it, whatever, you take care of it. And sometimes they need somebody to talk to, and that's where Ms. Garcia comes in at. They can come to group and talk to her about things they can't talk at home. About sometimes some of the things they want to talk to their girlfriends, but they can't because they know the next thing you know, it's going to be everywhere. but they know if they talk to her, it's not going anywhere. And we've had some young ladies that really had some really tough lives and tough things going on to say.
I've had a few come in with different situations. I've had young ladies that's come in with, has been prostitutes, let out of in group homes, that have been abused, have traveled the world at the age of 17, have been under a pimp's instructions. I've had them go back to their pimps. I've had the pimps come look for them. And I've had the ones that's determined to succeed. So the ones that are determined to succeed, my main goal is school. I need you to focus on your education. I stress that. Every one of them know. You coming in here with Miss Garcia, you know she gonna be on you. Your goals, I have them set goals for themselves. We go through goals every week. Okay, you start small and you escalate. So every week, if you first start into my program, I'm gonna give you a goal, a book. You're gonna write down what you want for yourself. If it's just, I need to call and register for school, or I need to get a book. But by the next week when you come to see me, you have to have some type of proof that you've accomplished this goal, because it's not just coming to group and sitting down here and saying, oh, woe is me. No, there are standards set for you. So once you start to accomplish those standards, you start to feel better about yourself. You start to build your own self-esteem. So when you start to build your own self-esteem, you become a little bit more confident in yourself on what you can do instead of what the society expects you to do. So that's what I stress to them. And it's not just a job. It's all day, 24/7. They don't stop. If it's not one, it's the other. So I have an issue with one of them every single day. Every day. The girls that I mentor, they normally, most of them come from broken homes, no family values, just homes that are just not capable of giving them the kindness and loving care that they need and guidance in life to keep them from continuing the same mistake. They're normally in a poverty-stricken environment with no assistance. They're in need of so much assistance as far as either just basic guidance in life, just basic instructions that you would give your kid growing up. They haven't had that. So most of them just have been surviving and not being taught. The young ladies that I deal with also, all of them have individual cases. I've had abuse, gang violence, domestic violence, where they've been abused in the homes. Most of them, family members have taken advantage of them. They've been homeless, with kids, nowhere to live, in the middle of the night calling me, Miss Garcia, can you come help me? I'm out here with me and my baby, So they have had some tremendous difficulties. It's not just ordinary young ladies that you see and they got pregnant. No, that's not their issues. Basically, most of them became pregnant due to not knowing. You can grow up, start to develop, and not know what your body is going to do. They've had these type of situations, or they've been molested, or things of that nature.
And they just told me I was pregnant. It was 2 weeks before my 17th birthday, so I was 16 years old. While I was in the streets, I don't know, I just felt free. I felt like this is my family now. Like, they looked out for me and I looked out for them. And it's like, I don't know, they just looked out for me. Like, I didn't want to be at home. Like, I didn't want to deal with, like, their nonsense, like, what was going on right there. I was in drugs, I was drinking, I was just hanging out with the wrong people. When I met my baby's father, I didn't like him. I wasn't attracted to him or nothing. I was, like, a real serious tomboy at that time. And then, for some reason, he just kept trying to get with me. I was like, I don't want you, like, come on, like, I'm, like, over here, my mind is set somewhere else. Like, I'm trying to make that money, trying to do something else. And it's like, it took him like a whole year. Like almost 2 years, like, for him to actually, like, ask me out. And then I don't know. It took me another year after we started dating, and then I got pregnant. I was happy in the relationship with my baby's father because it's like I never really experienced like that type of love, and it's like when it finally got my way, it was like this is how love is supposed to be. Like I don't know, it's I don't know. It's like something new to me, cause like I don't know, just growing up, like nobody really cared about me. I went to jail because I was caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing something I wasn't supposed to do. And I don't know, I did my time, so now it's just like I leave that behind. I don't want to like have nothing like that surrounded me or my child. It didn't really hit me up until like my baby actually started moving and kicking. And it's like, I'm gonna be somebody's mom. Like, it's like, I gotta get myself on point. So I just like enrolled in school. I stopped the drugs. Like, I stopped hanging out with the people I used to hang out with. And I just stayed home. When my son was born, it was like, I was shocked because like, I don't know, once I just held him for the first time, it's like, this is my son. Like, he's gonna look up to me. And it's like, everything I'm gonna do is for him. And it's like, I don't want him to go through what I've been through. I don't want him to see the things I see. So it's like, I just got myself together. And it's like, I don't need to be a gangbanger. I don't need to be like talk like if I'm ghetto or anything like that. Like, I just got educated. Like, I'm trying to graduate. And it's like, I'm gonna be somebody and get that money, like for my son. I would like my son to say, like, that's my mom. She did it on her own. Like, she raised me. Like, if she could do it, I could do it as well. Like, I wouldn't want him to be like, oh yeah, that's my mom. She's on the streets, she's on drugs. I don't want him to say that. I want him to feel proud for me. And I just want him to have a good life. Where I see myself in 10 years is in a good home, where I have a good career, and my son is just happy. Like, well, he'll never go hungry, and like a place where he'll be able to call home, like for him to actually come home from school and be like, I want to go home, like I want to chill there, like, you know, like. This is my son Isaiah. He's 13 years old, and he's my only child. Isaiah changed my life drastically because for him, like, I want to succeed. Like, he's the reason why I do everything I do. And it's like, even though he's bad, he's a little bad baby, it's like, I'm just used to it. As you can see, he wants to be all over the place. I would hope for him to be somebody successful. Like, whatever he wants to be, a doctor, a lawyer, it's just on him. The first time I seen my baby, it was kind of a shock to me because it's like, it just finally hit me, like, this is my son. Like, I'm somebody's mother now. And it's like, I can't be no child, like, you know, like. My life experiences changed me for the better because they made me who I am. And it's like, not only did it make me into a stronger person, like, I had to realize so many things that now I just say if something were to happen, like, I could get through it. Because, like, the things that I've been through, it's like, it just made me a stronger person. So it's like, I know I could go through anything that, like, comes my way.
You're watching WJYS, more Changing Steps with Belinda, right after this.
When I was pregnant with her, I wasn't really sure if I was ready, but when she came, all of that changed. I don't know, some teen moms, they take being a parent as a joke, and I don't. My daughter comes first in everything everything that I do.
God played a major role, major role. I think the main one was just knowing that he's there. Knowing that, he cares, he loves you, he's listening when it feels like no one else is. Some advice that I would give them is don't argue with their parents. Don't disrespect them. If they need to talk, cool off. Go to a separate room. Don't entice a person, to... Don't even indulge them in a conversation, in an argument that you know that you're not going to win. You're always going to be wrong when it comes to a parent. So just go to another room. Call your grandma like I do. That's what I do. And just yesterday when I was in the hospital, the woman asked me, what did I want to do? I told her I wanted to go to school for law. I wanted to be a lawyer. 10 years, I see myself. And I don't know, probably somewhere out of state with my daughter. I want to be a lawyer, so a successful lawyer, wonderful mom. If I'm married at the time, a wonderful wife. Just living life the way that I intended to.
Donisha is a work in progress. That's what I'm saying about her right now. She has the will. She wants to do, but she lets a lot of things get in her way. So what I'm gonna have to do is put my foot on her neck, I say, and say, okay, I'm gonna have to hold her down and hold her to her commitments and hold her to her goals. Once she starts to accomplish them, then she'll get a little bit more confident in herself. So that's where we are with her. I've been working with Donisha now for about 6 months. 6 months. And she's blossoming. I can see it in her. So she's doing a lot better.
Miss Garcia, she's so loving. When I first met her, I really enjoyed meeting her. She's a loving person. She's caring. She knows the right words to say. She gives you strong advice. She's just a wonderful person altogether. I would tell Ms. Garcia thank you for any and everything that she's done for me, for listening when I needed it. Don't think I'm gonna cry, baby. But just giving me the opportunity to be a part of a group to where I can express myself without being judged.
Okay, so basically this is just to all the young ladies that are out there. There are several different changing steps in every city, every country, all over the world. Basically, there's hundreds of Miss Garcias. You have your own personal one. But first and foremost of all, I just think that you should reach out to God. Basically, that's your help. Whether Miss Garcia is there or if there's a changing steps there, God is always there. He's there no matter what time, no matter what day, no matter what hour, no matter what circumstance, whether it's drugs, whether it's pregnancy, whether it's abuse, whatever your concern or whatever alcoholism, whatever your issue may be, there's always help. You can reach out to the different centers, different churches, different organizations. Changing Steps is all over. There's multiple changing steps, multiple Miss Garcias all over the world that you can reach out to. There'll be several numbers that may come up for different references, different places in your city where you can go and look into finding some help, because help is there. Do not accept abuse. Don't accept or make an excuse for your drug addiction or your alcoholism, because there's always a way out. You don't have to be in the situation you're in, and you don't have to stay there. So basically, it's up to you to make a decision to do something for yourself. If you stay in the same situation and accept the same things, nothing will ever change.
You're watching WJYS, more Changing Steps with Belinda, right after this. If you're having any kind of substance abuse problems and you need to change your steps, please seek help.
My name is Renisha, and I was a teen mom.
I just did it. I did everything I did. I just did it by myself.
I didn't really have a relationship with my father.
If you can send anything, right now is the time to do that. These young ladies really need help. You just saw a few of them today. Just imagine 20 or 30 or even 40 young ladies that are going through what these young ladies that you saw today. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So we're asking for your help. Anything you can send to help us, please do it right away, because they do need help. They do really need to get out the situation they're in, to be safe and for their kids to be safe, so they can live a productive life and raise their kids right. And their kids can be productive people too. You can send it to Changing Steps, this address of 5151 Southwestern. If you would like to start a scholarship fund, just contact me, Belinda Baker. My phone number is area code 323-757-7146. You can call it anytime, and one of my staff will get back with you. For donations, scholarship funds, whatever you like to do to help these young ladies and their kids. We're open for any and everything. And if you can do it as soon as possible, we would really appreciate it. I was a teen mom. When I was 15, I had my daughter. But unlike a lot of these young ladies that come through our program, I did have support. I had my mother, and at that time, my daughter's father and mother was in the picture. So when I went to school, I didn't have to worry about child care. I didn't have to worry about my daughter, whether she was going to eat at night. But a lot of these girls, they don't have that option. That's why I started what I started, to be able to help them. But I'm only one person. I can just do the best that I can. That's why any donations you can send to us is not too big or too small. And it will help these young ladies with their struggles. So please send them in. Thank you. This has been a wonderful and a compelling show. And these are real young teen moms that go through struggles. And everything you saw tonight is real. So thank you for tuning in. And hope you're watching and you love what you see. See you soon.